Hello, Pisces. I hope that you guys are doing well. Welcome to your reading. We are going to be taking a look at how your person is dealing with your absence. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First, we're going to see how this person is actually portraying themselves to others, okay, versus like what they're actually feeling. So let's see the way that they're portraying themselves to others about this connection. Show me the person that Pisces is dealing with. Okay. So far, we have the Four of Swords and the Page of Wands reversed. This person is portraying that they're healing, that they are either healed or that they are currently healing. They may be taking some time out or taking some space, thinking about things, just isolating a bit. The Page of Wands reversed, that can represent a few things. So I want to pull some extra cards, but this can represent where somebody's not really wanting to put themselves out there, somebody who is maybe manipulating a situation or being a bit immature. So we're going to kind of see the King of Swords reverse. I don't think that they're telling the entire truth about the connection. Like, I don't get me wrong, I think that they're showing up like they're healing, but I feel like there's more to the story than they're telling people. Three of Swords. Like, are they really healing? Because I want to show you how this looks. So you have the Four of Swords here. That comes after the Three of Swords, something to remember. Then the Page of Wands reversed, the King of Swords reversed, and then the Three of Swords. So if we're starting out with the Four of Swords, which is like we're healed, and then it's ending with the Three of Swords, which is before the Four of Swords, this means we're not actually as healed as we might be showing. So it can be that this person has moments where they're showing up as a healed version of themselves. Then they may be telling people a certain narrative or a certain story to be able to feel validated or to live in maybe a particular delusion or whatever, right? We've all been there. But then it's like they're showing up as hurt again with that Three of Swords. So it's kind of like this energy of like, oh yeah, I'm good, I'm good. Then they have a couple of drinks at the bar with a friend, and then they're like crying into their tequila, or whatever. I'm not saying that's what's going on. I feel like they feel like a little kid around you. They may feel like you have been very forthright, very honest, very straightforward, and that could have like they could have taken it the wrong way. So if you gave them a bit of a talking to, I think that they took it the wrong way. I think they took it to mean that you look at them like less than, or that you see them as a child, as a little boy or a little girl, like something like that. Tell me about that King of Swords reversed. The Seven of Swords. I don't feel like they're telling the full story, like I said. I really don't. What story are they telling about the breakup or about what happened? The Three of Wands, that they waited on you to do something, and or they're still waiting to see, maybe? Hold on, let me see. Tell me more about that. The Judgment. They may be telling people that they took accountability for a situation, and then like they were hoping for expansion, or they were hoping for something to change, or hoping for something to move forward, and it didn't. So they may be telling a different version of how you view things or how things actually happened. Okay. Well, let's see what their true feelings are about the situation versus what they're showing. The Page of Swords, the Five of Cups. They still watch you, or they watch you, they spy on you. They see what you're doing. They maybe ask about you, look at your social media, look online, and whatever it is that they're seeing is making them regret things. The Six of Pentacles reverse. They took advantage of you in some way, or they feel like they may have taken advantage of you, or didn't really give you what you were worth, didn't give you what you know, what your value was. Like maybe you had asked them over and over again, you know, hey, it'd be great if you could give me some flowers once in a while. And they're like, I'm not buying flowers. And now they see you on Instagram and somebody else is buying you flowers, or something like that. And I think there's a big life lesson here for them with this Hermit card energy. We have Virgo and Gemini here, so you guys could be dealing with one. I also have Scorpio. Ooh, this feels like a bit of a like it's giving me a little bit of a wake up call kind of vibe. Why the Five of Cups? The King of Cups reversed. I feel like they were a little bit full of it sometimes. I think that this is likely somebody who told you a lot of stories or made you a lot of promises or essentially just told you whatever you want to hear so that way they can get their needs met, you know, so they can leave their pants on your bedroom floor, so they can just have access to you in some way. Tell me about that Page of Swords. Tell me about that Page of Swords. I feel like I think they feel stupid about something. The Eight of Wands. They're trying to see if it's safe to talk. So these are usually like no contact readings. Okay. So I feel like they're trying to figure out what to say. I think that they realized that they had said some things that weren't necessarily the truth, and you either like picked up on it or you found it out or something like that. And now they're like, well, I feel stupid. You know, maybe it was about a third party situation. Tell me about that Hermit, but they are learning. They feel like they're going through a bit of a dark night of the soul, especially regarding like what they truly want, like what they want long term, what they want to build, who they want to be with, you know, things like that. And maybe how they have sabotaged things, especially if they had been looking for something outside of themselves to be validated, and that may have ruined the relationship. Like, for instance, maybe this person was liking other people's pictures on Instagram or something like that because they wanted to feel validated. So they did that little like, oh, I see your picture, you know. And so now they're realizing like, yeah, I just really messed up. You know, why would I do that? Why would I risk my relationship just to do that? Or, you know, maybe they talked crap about you to their friends, and they're like, it was really only just so they could feel validated, but it wasn't really how they feel about, you know what I mean? And so it feels like they're kind of like, is it safe to talk? Can I reach out? So they're watching you to see if it is. So let's see how they're coping with the absence or the breakup or whatever it is you guys are going through. The Three of Pentacles, they don't agree with you about you either leaving, or they're not on the same page with you about the absence itself. Okay. But let's see. It could be more than that. Let me see. The Moon reversed, the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like they could be throwing themselves into their work, focusing on working out or focusing on self-mastery or whatever it may be. But there are a lot of fears that they're dealing with. And I think that they're trying to release those through mastering their own fears, mastering what their own personal truth is, mastering their emotions, you know. And I feel like they're not like, they may not be getting along with coworkers right now. They may be kind of wanting to do their own thing and like leave out distractions a little bit, because I think they have a lot of self-doubt, and they feel like the things that they've been attempting to manifest haven't really been coming in. So it feels like what they're doing is they're pouring themselves into their work as a distraction, as a way to overcome. I would be careful of a third party situation, okay? Tell me what that Moon reversed is. And third party, by the way, does not have to be romantic. Okay. It can be like the mother chiming in and influencing this person, or, you know what I mean? So keep that in mind. Tell me about that Moon reversed. Okay. Just one at a time, please. Okay. I literally just need one at a time. Okay, there we go. The Lovers reversed. I do feel like they are trying to work on themselves, but I think they're pretty unstable right now, just in general. They certainly are not getting what it is that they want, and they could be trying to deal with stress through third party situations. They could be making decisions out of fear. But I also think that they're trying to, what's that? Three of Pentacles reversed. The Nine of yeah, there's something unstable here. Like something's not going right with work, or once again, they feel like they have to prove something. But that Nine of Pentacles reverse is like, okay, you need to check yourself because you're over promising and under delivering. And they realize that. So if we're going from the Nine of Pentacles reverse, it means we need to go back to the Eight of Pentacles because something else needs to be worked on. So it's like a skipped step a little bit. And so this person does seem to be really working on themselves. Tell me about that Eight of Pentacles. What are they working on here? Ooh, the Justice, being more balanced, doing the right thing, acting with integrity. I do feel like they're busting their ass. I feel like they're trying to do the right thing, in my opinion. Or they will, maybe, but I don't like the story that they're kind of conjuring up. It's almost like they're like, oh, yeah, the truth will come out, the reality of the situation will reveal itself. So let's see where this is headed. Where is this headed between Pisces and this person? The Star. That's good. Okay. The Hierophant. That's great. Okay. So maybe the effort that this person puts in is really, really great. It might surprise you because we also have the Tower. Give me one more, please. One more for where this is headed. The Wheel of Fortune. I really like it. It may take a while. Ace of Wands reverse, the Sun. It may take a while, but once it comes in, once it happens, it's probably going to make you really happy. Sorry, my hair keeps like tickling my chin. It's making me itch. So you have the Star, you have the Hierophants, you have the Tower, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune. All major arcanas. So to me, this is inevitable. This is something that is going to happen regardless, whether you guys bump into each other or this person reaches out. I feel like this is bound to happen, and it's probably going to be incredibly surprising. It's likely going to shake up your foundation. You're just minding your business, and this kind of comes back around or comes along or whatever it is, and there will be reinstilled faith and hope. And I feel like there will likely be either a commitment or a higher level of commitment potentially, which could also be quite surprising. But it seems like the way that you guys are dealing with this is of a higher mind. It's not about you trying to push one another or control one another, anything. It seems more high vibrational than that. And it can be that this person is kind of like waiting, to be honest with you. Because they cannot be in their logical mind right now. And nobody's in their logical mind when our emotions are kind of like running amok, when our emotions are all over the place, when we're hurting. We're never in our right mind when that's happening, So I feel like something big is going to happen. Your commitment is being tested. And then house one. Wow. House one is the self. I feel like your commitment is being tested to yourself, Pisces, about what you're willing to put up with, what you're willing to provide, what you're willing to do for this person, how much you're willing to bend or break or whatever the case. And I feel like it's more about you and you getting what you want out of the situation. And it doesn't mean that you can't compromise. We have to compromise when we're in relationships, but it also means that there are some things that you should not compromise on. And that's it. Your boundaries are your boundaries, and your commitment will be and is currently being tested on that. So Pisces, that is what I have for you. Thank you guys so much. I do hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can visit my website, violettaalexis.com. If you enjoy creative writing or poetry, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called Where Dead Flowers Bloom. All of the information can be found in the description box below. Thanks a lot, Pisces, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.